Yeah, you guys. So, by the way, another thing I thought we should throw out to the viewer is, we've been doing more of these where it's just the four of us guys.
Yeah.
And I was starting to think I'm missing. So I think I think we need to get back to having guests as well and mixing them up. But I'd be curious to hear from you guys in the comments. Do you like it better when it's the crew? Do you like when we have guests? Do you like a mixture of it? I'm kind of curious, since we're so new to this. What do people want, from us doing this? Because when it's just the four of us guys, I actually fucking love it.
Yeah, it's fun when it's just us.
It's fun. I like the mixture, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
personally.
I do too.
We know so many people, and I do think it's scheduling, and we have a fixed location, so it's trying to get people up here to the shop. But I dig it. We're good fill-ins.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
We're funny.
I like the guests. I feel like it just has to be someone that matches our, joking and whatnot. It's hard sometimes.
Our humor.
When we don't really know someone too well, but then we don't really know how much we could joke with them.
Or if it's like a very serious pot, like when Dennis McCarthy was here, I was,
Yeah, you felt like you had to be on point, right?
Point with him, yeah.
And Dennis is a funny dude, actually, but I felt the same thing.
It takes a couple Coors Light to get it out of him.
Yeah.
Man, that whole podcast, I couldn't focus though.
Yeah. He was definitely.
He kept doing that, and I'm like, oh my god! I kept hearing that in my headphones the whole time.
We should get like a piece of foam that we put there for the guy that's pounding on the table. Just slide it in and go. Here you go.
Stop pounding.
Here you go.
Hey, what was that guy's name? He has a car here. He was part of the World Series, the Angel player.
Yeah, Brad Fulmer.
Oh
yeah. I remember we were testing out the podcast. And we were still kind of new. Hey, sit over here and tell us what you think. And he's telling us a story, and the whole time he was like
banging on the table,
the
table, yelling. I don't even think he needed a mic. He was talking.
He was a loud one.
He almost
man.
finished the tequila. I'm like, we got to save that for the podcast.
Yeah.
Weren't we going to have him on the podcast?
Yeah, I should hit him up and ask him if he wants to come do it. I mean, I think he's, from what I could tell, the little bit we got to know him, he seems like one of those dudes that's a little bored in general right now. I mean, I think he's you could tell he's a super high energy guy. And it sounds like, since the losing of their home in the Palisades, sounds like he's just kind of a little bored and looking for shit to do. So maybe he'll come join us and tell some funny.
Where's that car at? It's gone, right?
It is.
When
did
it leave?
Quite a while ago. He's had it back. They found a temporary house, him and his wife, where they're living. And he was able to have the car with him.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
That day was interesting because I remember we started talking to him thinking that you guys are friends for like a really long time.
Yeah.
And then go to find out you guys just met like 15 minutes ago.
He's one of those dudes, like, you know what I mean? He's super, super outgoing. I enjoyed the hell out of the couple times I hung out with him. I just thought he was super cool guy, man. And it is a trip to think that he was on a World Series winning baseball team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That'd
crazy.
be
That's
cool.
pretty
That'd
heavy,
be cool
man.
To get him on. It could be a nice diversion from, his normal life.
Yeah.
Coming over here,
I think
chatting it up.
so. I think so too. And, he definitely enjoys the cocktails, so we'll have to make it maybe a late afternoon.
We haven't
one.
had a drinking podcast in a while.
No, because we've been doing them earlier in the day.
Yeah, we do them at 10 o'clock.
10 in the morning,
But
11 in the
didn't
morning.
we say like no more drinking on the podcast? Wasn't that our?
When did we say
I
that?
don't
You
remember
said
that
that.
rule.
I missed that.
Didn't hear about that rule.
I swear you said it. You were the one who was like, yeah, we shouldn't drink on the podcast anymore.
I said it?
No, Kyle.
Maybe I probably did say that.
Maybe it was one of Kyle's days where he was trying to turn his life around. And,
It's always once in a while. fuck the cigarettes, fuck the drinking. I'm done.
I'm not doing any of this anymore. I'm done.
And then 2-3 weeks.
Can I get a
goes by.
smoke, man?
Let me get a smoke, Sean. I did
Let's
that to
have
Sean.
let's have a drink.
You want smokes?
So let's touch on, you guys have heard it with us a handful of times. We keep coming back to our Foxbody build because it's just getting exciting. I mean, it's really heating up, the pace that those guys work at, the creativity.
Josh has pictures for us.
And I love that. Yeah, Josh, pull up. Yeah. So this is a cool one in that Chris was just down at MagnaFlow last week to do their podcast as well as do the full tour just like what we did a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And Richard from Magnaflow. Now you got to remember, Richard's been he was part of the Overhauling TV show for a number of years. I mean, he's been there, done that in the custom car world and in the off-road world. Really has, worked with everyone from Foose to you name it. He's worked with them.
He's got an engineering degree too. So it's just not like he kind of learned the process from other shops.
Yeah. But he said this is the first car he's ever been a part of that's an exhaust-centric car, meaning that, the focal point of this car, which obviously, look at, under the hood is going to be equal length headers with an H-pipe going across the back of the engine. Who's done that?
What's crazy? I
don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't think I've ever seen that in the pipe that goes over the top of the motor like that.
Yeah, that H-pipe going there, which... really allows you. I love the way Chris explains things because he knows that I'm not mechanical.
Yeah.
So the reason, I don't know if you even know this or if any of you guys know this, the reason you do an H or an X pipe is so that from either side of the car, you can hear all 8 cylinders. Because if there was no crossover and you're standing on the left side of the car, you're only going to hear 4 of the cylinders. You're not going to hear all 8.
Yeah.
So... not to mention with the purpose of the equal length headers, besides just looking fucking cool, is that they go scavenging for horsepower. Ultimately, it's causing, like, it's going to allow you to get every bit of horsepower possible out of that engine without going the next phase of tuning it, supercharging it, what have you. And personally, I like the idea that it's going to be an NA car.
I do too. All the blowers are sick.
They are. They're bitching. I love forced induction, but my favorite is always, I personally love big block NA motors, and this is a 400, I looked it up, 445-inch motor. That's what creates 7.3 liters.
Yeah.
445 cubic inch,
How much horsepower?
600.
No,
620
or something.
It's 620 crank and it's 670 torque at the crank. Now, put a tune on that because that's the base tune that comes with that engine. That's bone stock, not touching anything. Put a tune on it without even being too aggressive. Easily get 20 to 30 more horsepower.
Are you going to run E85?
I don't want to.
I guess
we could do it.
What if you did a flex fuel?
Flex, I wouldn't have a problem with.
And then it just tunes on its own when you whatever.
Depends on what fuel you're running in there, sure.
Because the spot in Burbank right here, Olive, pump E85 there all day and make more power.
Yeah. No, there's E85 stations.
Amazing. And have Vicious right next to them, both fuming all the corn.
I'm finally at the point where I'm starting. You guys always heard me whenever it was E85.
You didn't like it.
God, I hate the smell of that stuff.
And I couldn't understand why.
Are you starting to come around?
You coming around?
I am. I noticed it.
It's sweet. It's like.
But when you compare it to like old school race fuel, like 110 octane, 110 octane fuel. Oh God, the smell of that stuff. Talk about a sweet smell. God. It's so good.
We're talking about fumes over here. Bro.
I know.
Gasoline fumes.
It's almost like we're
melting.
But it is. Yeah. But it's good. I mean, I think it's an age thing.
Tequilas, just swirling it.
Yeah. I think it's an age thing, though. In my E85 is it's a new thing in the scope of things. It's only been out for a handful of years now. Where, like, when we were kids, when you wanted to get a little extra juice out of your, like, back then it was a bike. There was a gas station I'd go to in Santa Monica that sold what they called avgas, aviation gas, and it was 110 octane fuel, and put that in your, back then I was riding a GSX-R. Put it in your GSX-R and your bike instantly made more power. It was snappier.
It wasn't a lot. It was just like maybe it's in your head a little bit too, but it feels snappy. You had to do it in my Harley one time too, and I remember it was like
the butt dyno.
It was popping a little bit more. It had a little more snap into it.
Yep.
It felt more raw.
We had an octane booster. Yep. You remember that?
Of course. And that still exists.
Similar.
Like Dave still uses that. Dave will use it in his GT350. He mixes like 91 with however much octane boost because he's discovered that his car runs best at like 95, 96 octane.
Right.
You know,
don't they sell 93 on the East Coast? Is that a big
different parts of the country they do? And I was pissed on that, by the way, when we went to Sturgis. I kept saying along the way, I was like, yeah, at some point we're going to hit one of those stations that has 93.
Never.
91 was the highest octane at every station we went between here and Sturgis.
Damn.
Well, I thought for sure at some point, but
you could add a little octane booster, couldn't you?
Yeah, of course, just different, you know. I wanted to pump 93. Like, remember when we were in Germany and the stations had like multiple different choice. I mean, there'd be like 5 choices of fuel at the pump, and you could pump some. God, I want to say like 95 plus octane was readily available.
Ethanol mixed in with it too.
That's cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
You couldn't find straight E85, but
no,
there was premium gas mixed in with a little ethanol.
Yeah.
So are we passing emissions with this car, or what's the deal?
Fucking Leno Law got killed. Pisses me off. Here's why it pisses me off. Well, there's a lot of reasons why, but the main one. So number one, they did it really quietly. They just hush. Nobody try to get nobody talking about it. Although everyone picked up on it, especially any of us that give a shit. But they quietly, you know, when the politicians want you to know they just did something that they thought was great for the future of the state or the country, all kinds of press and media around it. There's a big fanfare, a fucking parade happens or something. But this one, they did it so quietly that it started to, like, remember how you said if something's real, it shows up everywhere.
Yeah.
The killing of the Leno Law, and when I say killing of it, it's just game over. There is no change happening whatsoever when it comes to emissions, other than to get worse on emissions. And that's the part that gets me with this is they claim it's about emissions. They want to create a more emission-friendly environment here in the state of California, right? So now, as an example, our Foxbody Mustang, if we chose to run the exact same engine that was in that car that would be considered a gross polluter at this point in time, totally legal, 100% legit, run that engine, you're fine. Now we want to put an engine in that gets us, you know, call it triple the horsepower, and God knows, I mean, a fraction of the emissions. It's so much more emission friendly. Nope, you can't do that. You would think if these fuckers actually cared about the environment, which they like to, you know, lie to us about, fuckers, then
I love it. Keep going.
But the reality is, if they actually cared about the environment, they would want modern motors put into these old classic cars. They really would, because they're much more emission friendly. They truly are.
Transmissions,
it's proven time and again.
Overdrives where you can get way better mileage.
Better mileage. You've got engines that burn hotter. You know, they're happy at 205, 210 degrees, so they're burning all the emissions more quickly. It's so much more friendly to the environment, and yet it's not legal. And then in the same breath, these fuckers have the nerve to push us towards EV, which, sure, I get it. The EV, the final vehicle itself going down the road, is very emission friendly because it produces no emissions. But to produce that car, the amount of emissions being spewed into the environment from the diesel fuel at the plants, the diesel fuel getting the lithium from the mountain, you know, to the factory, the slave labor involved. Not to mention, what happens when you gut a fucking mountain?
The earth is crying.
I mean, you're gutting a mountain. You don't think at some point, but no, we're environmentally friendly. You fucking liars, man. At least be fucking honest about it.
Recycling batteries, the cost of getting new batteries.
There is no recycling of a battery. You know, these lithium batteries get stored in containers, get thrown out on container ships, and they float around the fucking ocean. That's there because there is no recycling of those as of
Makes
yet.
no sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. And so we're now stuck in a position where, you know, we have to find a way to make our car legal. And it's just the goofiest thing, because if they actually gave a shit, you would think all day long they'd be going, oh yeah, your 1980s car, your 1990s car, you want to put a brand new LS, a brand new, like us, the Megazilla, that's way more emissions friendly. We love the idea. How about incentivize us? I mean, shit, they'll give you a $7,500 tax credit on your fucking EV. How about give me a tax credit? Like, I've done something good while making my car faster and cooler.
And think about all the shops that could employ more people, work on those kind of cars, right? It's staggering to me.
The money scheme,
aftermarket.
Yeah. It's just a money scheme. It's kind of like Epstein, you know, like it was all money.
Whoa.
But here's my question is, where is the, because
that reference.
Wait. How did we do this? Are we going down a Kyle conspiracy right here? We're going down Epstein lane?
Everyone stares at Kyle.
Because Sean was saying that they're like sweeping it under the rug, right? And like, it's just like Epstein, like they were letting him go like under the rug the first time they arrested him, and they were going to let him go because he was paying money to everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure.
I just don't see the cash grab though. Like, I've heard people say the whole emissions thing in California is a cash grab. Where's the cash grab? You're telling me I can't do this with this car and register it in this state. So, like they've done with high tax paying citizens, they've driven them out of California. High tax paying corporations driven them out of California. Where's the cash grab when you kick out billionaires?
Think of is when they're forcing you to buy a newer car, and then you have to pay your 0.01% off registration off that new car, right? So if everything's like $100,000 and you have to pay $5,000 or whatever off of that, that's, you know, a couple grand each car. Versus if you're just registering an old car, that's $2,000. There's no money being made.
You're forced to buy a new car.
I could see fines.
That's the only thing I could think
for
of.
non-compliance.
I'll see you on those. I still don't see it as a big enough cash grab to make a difference.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't, and I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd have to do the numbers.
Aren't they trying to get rid of the whole? There were supposed to be electric cars by 2035. Everyone kind of backed out of doing that. Like, so a lot of the sales.
I don't think that's a mandate anymore.
They got rid of that.
Yeah, but a lot of these
Trump
companies were
that.
moving to EV, and then they were like, "It's not working for us." So like, they're going back.
They're pushing it way too fast.
Yeah.
Well, and it's proven. I mean,
look at Sean driving to Lake Havasu.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
We told that story last week, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
we did.
But still, I mean,
but that just shows you there's not an infrastructure to support that. Southern California, no problem. You want to drive EV, every 40 feet there's a fucking charging station. We're a little jaded
here because we do pass.
How was it in Germany? Because when I went to Italy, there was no Teslas. There was
none
anywhere in Italy. There was nothing.
Any electric that
they're not set up for it yet, huh?
No. Yeah. Not at all. And I know there's a push over there because they're different parts of Europe are super green. You know, Poland's like, dude, build whatever you want and go drive the piss out of it. They're like as friendly as it gets on a custom.
What do you guys think about that Tesla hangout spot, Tesla diner? Come on, bro.
I went one time recently.
Oh my God, where was it? West Hollywood?
I was driving the fucking golf cart and I was over in South LA. At a consulate over there, and I went, oh shit, I'm getting a little low on charge. Oh hey, I know, there's the Tesla diner. You know, I mean, I spent, for one, I think it was like $55, something like that, for 2 burgers, 2 sets of fries, and 2 drinks.
Holy mackerel!
You know, and it was $50 some odd dollars. There's people. I mean,
that's not including a charge or anything, right?
No, you still, you know, I plugged the car into charge and then I get charged for that also.
Okay. But the 55 is just food. Wow.
But not just food. It's like 2 hamburgers, French fries, and 2 drinks.
Were they good?
Yeah, I got to admit, it was a mighty tasty burger.
Oh, you had a tasty beverage to wash it down?
I did have a tasty beverage to wash it down. And it was not a big kahuna burger. It was a Tesla diner burger. It was actually a pretty, I hand it to him. It was a pretty damn good burger. There? No,
you can't drink. No way.
Oh, okay.
You think about it, right?
I thought
you can't pull up and charge your Tesla and get fucked up.
Yeah, right. You know? Well, yeah, autopilot.
Well, yeah. Let me ask you though. You're a kid of the 80s. You grew up with Tron and Ataris and shit like that. And now you go to a diner based around. That's got to be like what's that TV show? The Jetsons. That's got to be what that feels like.
Exactly what I said when I left there. I called my dad. I was like, "Holy shit, Dad! I just came out of the Jetsons."
You could have FaceTimed your dad and showed him.
Futuristic looking building, right?
Oh yeah, super futuristic. I thought, to be honest with you, now I didn't see the kitchen. For all I know, it's all robots back there. But there was no robotics. There was no robotics scene at all. But I'll tell you what, man. There's nonstop. There's somebody going through and sweeping and mopping the floor. You even barely stand up out of the table you're eating at. Right away, they're over there wiping.
It's like Michelin, huh?
Which I personally, I'm a clean freak, so I really liked the cleanliness of it. I thought that was super cool.
Was there a backup to get in there, like a waiting line or large group?
Just walk right in. It's all automated too. Like you punch in your order. There's no one taking your order. You punch in your order. And then somebody just tells you, "Oh, sir, move over here to the drink station and your drinks will be right out." And you get your drinks and then now go sit down and we'll call your number, and they text you.
Wow. You guys think it'll get to a point where it'll just be all like the kitchen is just robots in there cooking your fucking omelet and shit?
Be.
And then there's like lower end robots, like cheap labor. Yeah, cheap labor. They like put in the kitchen.
They break down.
They're all busted out and shit. Fucking wires sticking out of them.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
And they're all suited up and shit, you know?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be surprised. It keeps moving more and more. Well, shit, we were just down at MagnaFlow recently, and look at MagnaFlow, how much robotics are employed there.
Yeah, and they communicate with each other. Mm-hmm. This robot knows when this arm swings over here and picks up this, it knows to do that.
Yep. It was impressive. I mean, that was one I thought was neat to see, where from full robot stations to a mix of a person working with the robotics on down to the smaller production line elements where it's all full handmade stuff, by humans.
It's so crazy to think humans got, what is it, like fiber optic wires and copper wires, and then that produces something, and now we have a robot. It's crazy to think that we made this. I'm sorry to go down that rabbit hole, but like it trips me out that we programmed a robot that learns as it works, and
it's better than us. So precise, so in sync with each other.
Off of what? Where did fiber optics come from?
They never have to sleep. They don't take a break.
I forgot what Rich said, but maybe there's two guys in that one corral operating it.
Yeah.
Or watching over it, and that took care of, eliminated maybe 10 employees.
Where's the foam? Get the foam out for Chris. He keeps banging on the table.
Speaking of, I think Kyle made a good point of how, like, basically evolution in a sense. What's it like for you guys growing up?
Evolution. Fucking two apes sitting here.
Just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
I don't know what other word to use.
To put on,
I remember back before air conditioning.
But like, okay,
we had no air conditioning in the west end of the valley.
Okay, but
Lord.
Think about it, right?
Okay, let me hear this, Josh.
Like a brand new car when you guys came out was like what?
Back
late
in their
70s?
day was what, $5,000 for a new car?
Well,
I don't remember, because when I was a kid, we weren't looking at new cars.
But what I'm saying is like in that year, it was like the late 70s.
Like, okay, how much
80s,
did you buy your
for
Mustang
example,
for,
right?
Sean? Your 69 or 70?
I remember buying my Mustang. It was $3,000 for that thing. And it was a 70 Mustang that was already like lowered on, which at the time was very cool. Centerline wheels. Had a shift kit in it to make it burn out really good. It was a cool car. $3,000. That car, you couldn't buy that as a donor car today.
You couldn't even buy the
$3,000.
shell rusted out. No chassis, just a shell you couldn't even buy for $3,000.
My father bought a brand new from the lot 63 fuel injected Vet.
In 1963. He got
1963
a split window.
for about a little under $4,000.
Wow.
Now he's making $30,000. So $4,000 is, a little more than 10% of your salary.
Yeah.
Right? If you're making $100,000 today, 10% of your
is $10,000.
But you're not getting shit.
You're not
buying a car
anything,
for $10,000,
right?
No.
This was the American dream back then.
It's more of like 60, right, for a Mustang or a Camaro or
We're
something
in houses
like that.
like $30,000 or something like that.
My parents bought the house out in Woodland Hills for $32,000.
Wow.
Right? So they bought a house equal to his annual salary.
Yeah.
We got to be making $1.5 million for $2 million to buy a house, or to afford
and they say,
a house at that same ratio.
You kids got it easy these days. No, you don't, man.
I was golfing.
No, you don't.
I was
actually.
golfing with this lady, and she does loans for houses and stuff like that. And I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, I'm saving up for a house, all these things. She's like, well, I bought a house when I was your age. You can do it too. And I'm like, dude, like, do you not realize the difference? Like, you were like in the 70s when you bought your house, And
they'll try to tell you that it's all relative, but it's not relative because there's, inflation. And inflation doesn't match the rate of pay.
How much you guys spend to go get groceries? It's like $100 to $200 a week to get groceries.
Oh, jeez.
More than
constantly. I saw recently, this one really flipped me out because I pay attention to the cost of things. Have you seen the price of coffee lately?
We use coffee pods at home. I have an espresso.
Okay, so
they're pretty expensive though.
It gets expensive. I buy like whole bean coffee, and I'm not talking about like hoity-toity coffee where I go to some,
you buy
organic, whatever.
Don Francisco.
No, I buy whole bean coffee, but I'll buy like that Seattle company. I'll buy their coffee from time to time. I'll buy Pete's. I'll buy, whatever. Even the, like a lot of times I go to Ralph's, so I'll buy their private reserve. And dude, I'm not shitting you. Starbucks for whole bean coffee for the smaller package of it, whatever the weight of that is, I don't even know. It was usually like $6 or $7 to buy that. $14 now.
Holy shit.
So more than doubled in the last 6 months' time.
Wow.
And on that goes with just everything. I mean,
wasn't the prices supposed to go down though? Once Trump came into office, wasn't everything like groceries were going to go back to normal price?
That was the concept. I've noticed eggs are still brutal cost. I mean,
well, that was from the airline flu or something like that. Remember what I'm talking about? There was a whole, maybe not airline flu. I'm fucking
bird flu.
This up. Was it bird flu?
Yeah.
They had to kill a whole bunch of chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kill them and not be able to eat them because they were infected with, some fucking flu.
Well, the coffee bean is an import. Wouldn't that be a tariff item, in theory?
Yeah, that's what I figured had to have an impact on the cost is the tariffs. But it's just a little frustrating. The other one I caught. Try this one on for size. Because I've been very vocal about how I almost never watch the news anymore.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Dude, last night I was like, what the hell? I wanted to see what they were saying about weather. Of course, I have my different weather apps, but I was curious because it's just been so damn hot. And I was like, when the fuck is it going to cool down? I want to ride my bike. I want to drive one of the, I want to get Darren's Roadster over to get it worked on, but it's so hot and it's an air-cooled car. I'm not going to drive an air-cooled car when it's 100 degrees out. It's not cool to the car. Not to mention my bald head in a convertible car. That sucks.
I was been running the AC in the trailer with Vicious in there.
I don't blame you.
Because it was
I don't blame you. 180 degrees in your friggin' trailer.
So what'd you find on the news?
So this one really tripped me out, and this plays into you more than any of the guys on the crew here.
Just me?
Yeah.
Singled out.
So I use Chat GPT in a limited.
Already, there we go.
No, hear me out though, because I just found this to be kind of interesting to see, because I think it's. I've said it all along. I'm not anti AI. I mean, you could be anti it all day long, and you're just killing yourself because it's here.
Yeah,
it exists, and it's been here for a number of years already. It's a God
form, bro.
But now it's readily available, right? For free. I have the free version of Chat on my phone, and I use it.
I'll let you use mine if you want.
Yeah, thank you. I found this one to be interesting, man. There's a lawsuit now against OpenAI, which is they're the ones that created Chat, right?
Correct, yeah.
And there's a lawsuit because a kid just killed himself because he was using Chat GPT as his therapist.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did hear about
that. But the AI told him do it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it probably.
Look, here's the thing.
Your life sucks.
Go ahead and take it. This is a news headline right here, man. Kid kills himself because of ChatGPT. I don't know what this kid's telling it. I don't know what you know.
I don't either.
I can program mine to tell it to kill myself too.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it told him to kill. I don't know. They didn't get deep enough into it. They were only talking about exactly the part that gets you scared, which is, oh shit, which makes you.
This is what my aunt is going to send me from Facebook. Stop using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I'm like,
a lot of these news like headlines, if you ever read them, a lot of people just, oh, this happened, but they don't actually like read the story or like do a little bit more research to realize that it's just like a clickbait title.
Yeah,
you know,
100%, dude.
It's like social, dude. I saw a clip on TikTok yesterday. It was Putin walking with the president of China, Putin, and they're talking about how like, you know, back then 70 years old was super old, and now they say 70 years old is young now, and we can, in our generation we can maybe see people who live up to 150 years old, and their organs can be used to, you know. And then I saw a comment, someone was like, oh, this is where all the missing kids have gone, they kept their organs, and Putin's got like a 3-year-old liver, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, people are taking this far, but I don't know if who's translating this. I don't know if maybe someone just took this video, said this is what they're talking about. They're talking about living to 1150 years old and using baby organs, and they're speaking Chinese and Russian. How the fuck am I supposed to know?
Insane, like
I saw this.
I just though I tell you what,
I don't know if I'd want to live to 150.
But what if I could resto-mod your body parts? I'll give you like a liver and a kidney from like a 5-year-old. You know, your hair starts growing back. Sean's got a full head of hair.
Why did the 5-year-old give up his kidney?
They didn't. He went to Epstein's Island, never came back.
He was doing slave labor, pulling lithium.
There you go. Now they're starting to understand.
You're pulling organs at the island?
Yeah, we're
pulling swap Chris.
LS swap Chris, bro. Get this guy a 30-year-old heart transplant. He fucking starts pumping iron. He's like RFK, but he loses your voice. You know, that's the downside.
Jeez,
rear end swap.
But I do think the AI stuff could be potentially. Look, I'll always come back to this one. Life imitates art, right? It's been said a million times before. Why? Because it's accurate to the truth. We can go back to you guys won't know this, the reference, but like the Dick Tracy comics, right? Where he had a watch that he could use and he could talk and communicate with somebody. We have that. The Jetsons. We have that.
Yeah.
We have. So now you look at the darker version of that. Can't help but look at the Terminator, where, you know, at a certain point, machines determine that they no longer need human life.
So Skynet is open AI.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw one that said the guy who created OpenAI or whatever said, treat it like it's social media. So would you post a picture of, like, let's say you got foot fungus and you take a picture and you send it to ChatGPT. Hey, what is this? Help me die. You know, people do that.
Of course they do.
You know, my neck hurts. Let me put it into ChatGPT and see what, you know, my symptoms are.
Yeah.
Would you do that on Facebook? Would you post that on Instagram? Hey guys, can you take a look at my toe and see what this is? That's basically what OpenAI ChatGPT is. So it's like be careful what you upload, be careful what you say to it, because it could be held against you later.
Yeah.
You know, just like this kid who killed himself, right? What if the kid who was trying to assassinate Trump was over here saying, what rifle should I use? Where should I go practice? And he's using it. They can all be held against you.
Sure.
You know? And I pay for it. So they really got I'm like up in the chain.
You're up a little higher on the food chain in the AI realm. Yeah.
AI is funny.
You think they're going to use AI more and make self-driving cars? Like, say 20 years from now, do you think people are going to be less incentivized to drive themselves?
100%.
For sure. 100%, bro.
I think it'll even I could even see in highly congested cities like LA. Think about the horse and carriage, right? That was the main mode of transportation. And then along came the automobile, right? And it was, you know, a lot of people were not using it yet. And then obviously it got to the point where it's like, you can't ride your horse and buggy through town anymore because there's too many automobiles. Yeah. I think it'll get to the point. Look, I can see the upside to it being that it'll probably reduce traffic dramatically, given that you watch. Like, I ride a motorcycle, right? So you split lanes, and oftentimes you see the formation of traffic, which usually happens at merge points. You got 3 freeways coming together. You got a bunch of numbnuts that don't know how to fucking drive. So it just causes this massive backup.
Yeah.
With robotics, with AI, with intelligence, they're going to just seamlessly move with each other.
You'll get to Orange County in 20 minutes, 15,
yeah, it's probably going to be.
We'll probably look back at old pictures of the 405 backed up. How many pictures are there? You see it on the news all the time. 405 is backed up, 134, you know?
Yeah.
It's like we're going to look back at that and laugh and be like, we were fucking idiots sitting in traffic like this.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. And then unfortunately for us that are passionate about driving, we're going to have to be relegated to the outs, or relegated to like the outskirts, you know, like sure, you can go up to Angeles Crest.
Sure, you can go do that. Yeah, it's like the Nürburgring, right? They're gonna have designated. You could drive this road with this car and do that. You can go ride your horse over here in Silmar.
I just wonder what it's gonna be like, say, 40 years from now, 30 years from now, right? And say you have a 60s car. Are you still gonna be able to drive that around? You know, like
dog. If someone could touch your head right now and show you 30 to 40 years from now,
you could still drive a Model A around.
Yeah, but what I mean is like, okay, EV, for example. Say EV takes over, like where it's 90% of the cars out there. There's like, say that they merge a lot of gas stations to where it's mostly EV in there, like one pump of 91. You know, is gas going to be as accessible as it is now?
Are they going to go hunting for it?
Are the roles going to switch where it's going to be like?
Not hunting.
It all
what the
depends
fuck am
on
I saying,
the demand.
Bro? Digging for oil.
Yeah.
Hunting for oil.
Yeah. Well, I don't know though, because you think about
oil you can't get rid of.
Even an EV, right? How many parts of that automobile are oil based? What are your tires made from? Oil. What are the plastics in there made from?
How are you going to do mining? All with electric?
You know? Yeah, exactly. But it's the truth. I mean, there's so many petroleum-based products. I mean, all your cables, right? All the, everything is, I mean, this damn coaster right here, I guarantee you it's petroleum-based, right?
Well, the other one, too, is this guy's saying 30 to 40 years. The time they went from horse and buggy to F-22 fighter jet, right?
Pretty short amount of time.
But to go from walking like cavemen to horse and buggy,
long time.
1,000 years, whatever, you know?
Well, you look at the arc of technology. I remember watching this video. It was really interesting a couple years back, and it was showing the arc of humanity, you know, and the growth curve of humanity versus the growth curve of technology that's just...
It's moving faster than us.
So much faster than us. I mean...
Well, that's why I was asking earlier about, like, evolution in a sense, right? Because you guys have seen a lot more than we have, Kyle and I.
Yeah.
Because, you know, cars from the 70s to now... You guys have witnessed all of that. Whether cell phones, Bluetooth, whatever.
You know, my dad told me yesterday. He said the time felt slower back then.
Agreed.
In the 80s, 90s, he said everything felt slower.
Totally agreed.
Summer felt like it was a year long. It
kind of has to be the age, like 12, 13. Summer vacations were endless.
But listen, you don't have a phone.
Now they just zip right. We're in September. What the hell happened to this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you think about all the daily distractions, in life, you know.
October and the first part of November is SEMA.
I thought we had so many things to do. Big giveaway, all this stuff. The year's almost over.
It is.
Holy shit.
Well, yeah, that's why we were saying earlier it's going to come up quick. We already got now the NorCal trip, right? You and I were talking about New York. I don't know if that's going to happen.
It's not going to happen anymore.
Oh, boys, I'm so excited for you to go to New York for the first time.
We're saving it now.
Well, and then right when we get back from NorCal,
should go there during
less than a month later, we had SEMA. When is SEMA? First week of November?
It is, yeah. November 4 is when it starts this year.
2 weeks later, we got to go to SEMA right after NorCal.
Yep.
So unless we try to squeeze in New York right as soon as we get back from NorCal, I don't know if we can really make it happen.
You guys should hold it. Trust me on this one. Hold it till spring, dude.
Should we save it for or December maybe?
No. Well, why would you want to go then? It's going to be freezing ass cold.
Rainy,
yeah, but it's going to be freezing ass cold.
Okay, we'll save it for 2026, bro.
Dude, do a springtime trip because, man, if you guys have never really been to four-season type places.
No.
When I lived in the Midwest. When spring would show up, it was a fucking raging party every day because you're like, holy shit, it's 65 degrees out. It's 70 degrees out when you've been
So you enjoyed it. It's not like all year round.
Dude, people are losing their mind at the idea of like, I can go outside, I can wear a t-shirt again.
Is it almost better living that way? Because you like look forward to it. You really enjoy the moment of like spring and summer, and then winter comes, you tuck everything away, you know, and
yes and no.
hoodies on. And
I mean, I lived in... So living in Milwaukee for 2 years, you know, you get true hardcore 4 seasons, and winter's pretty violent there, to be honest with you. I mean, especially the closer you live to Lake Michigan, the wind blowing off the lake, it's brutal.
Really?
But then spring shows up and you're just like, oh yeah. And you see all these little critters being born, you know, and that's fun to see, seeing the blossoms on the trees starting to pop out, like you see life, you know, you see the circle of life versus here where we get summer and then we get a mild summer. You know, that's what we get here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can ride my motorcycle comfortably, you know, call it 300 days out of the year pretty much.
Yeah.
There's a couple weeks like lately it's a little too hot, so I could ride, of course, but I'm a bitch. I don't want to ride when it's 95
it does get too
or 100
cold
out.
Sometimes too, though. Like in the morning, you'll be like, you know,
then you'll get the cold times a year.
Cold.
Sometimes I feel bad for like people. I think it's the Midwest. I think where they have a cool car and then they got to put it away in the garage for 4 or 5 months.
Hibernation.
Oh yeah.
How about golf? Right?
Yeah.
There's 3-4 months out of the year in some states they don't golf. That's why they go to Florida, California,
Exactly,
for a winter trip.
I didn't really realize that was a thing until like a couple years ago on Facebook, because in some Facebook groups regarding cars and whatnot, someone was like, "Oh, here's my Mustang, or whatever. Got to put her away for winter."
Oh yeah,
I can't
I can't relate
too.
to that. Yeah, they winterize
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Like I have no idea about that.
Yeah.
They have little heaters that they'll slide under the car and they'll leave it on just so things
don't they have to
freeze
take
up.
out the oil too on some of them? I think on the really cold ones.
The oil doesn't
fuel,
freeze,
maybe it
does
should be conditioned. It's going to sit
I forget.
around
They have
for
to
a while.
take something out where some
you have
some
to
of the
take
cars,
the water out of it.
I think that's what it is.
Sure, because that's going to freeze. I mean, that's a guarantee that it's going to freeze.
Yeah.
You know.
Some of the old shopping centers, if we had a vacant place, we'd let the water run.
Yeah,
Just a little bit. Just to keep the P-traps.
The laminar
because
flow.
if they
So
don't.
the pipes otherwise are going to burst.
Yep.
Holy
Yep.
shit, bro.
Yeah. You get the water in the pipes and it freezes and
Even
boom,
copper.
you blow
Or
out.
shoveling snow. You never have to shovel snow, Josh. I heard that's like an insane. Like
I've never
people
do
die
that.
I've
shoveling.
never
they have to
Never
shovel
done
to
it.
leave
People
their
die,
house.
right? Like, you could, like
That I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but I've shoveled snow
if
before.
you're a little unhealthy, it's cold outside, and you're shoveling snow, and your heart and the whole fucking thing, and you boom, drop it.
Oh,
right
dude,
there.
it's.
I just imagine you wake up, you didn't sleep too well, and you have to go to work. You don't want to go. You open your door, and now you got to shovel 4 feet of snow just to get to work. Like,
Oh, and then how
close the door
about
and go back
Sometimes
to
your
bed.
doors
How about
can be
your
frozen
windshield?
shut.
how
too.
about your windshield and all your windows that are covered in ice?
yeah.
You have to go
Throw some
scrape
hot
that
water in
crap
there.
off. No, you
hot
don't.
water
I'm
will
kidding. I'm
burst
kidding.
it.
I'm kidding.
Wait, hot water would blow it up, would the glass would shatter?
Sure.
It's freezing cold.
Yeah.
See, my dumbass would do that, bro.
That's why I said
and I'd be
it.
like, fuck, that's why I don't live here, bro.
Yeah. No, it was, and coming from here, it was a shock to the system. The first winter I lived through in Milwaukee, man, I remember freaking out. I was like, I don't want to go outside. It's -5 degrees. I'm going to die out there, you know? And obviously everyone's laughing at you going, come on, dude.
-5, bro?
Let's go ice fishing.
What?
Ice fishing. You go out because the lakes, you know, they freeze completely over. I mean, you can go out, not a big lake like
Wait, so
Lake
the fish is frozen
Michigan.
in there? It's not swimming?
No,
anymore?
fool. The
they're
lake is
swimming-
frozen and they're swimming
The whole
underneath.
top of the lake is
How
frozen.
can the lake be frozen if there's still water underneath? It's still there, bro.
It's
'Cause
not
it's
the
cold.
lake
It's
all the
the
way to the
surface.
bottom
Yeah.
of the
Just
the
lake.
surface,
It
It's,
could be 3-4 feet in some areas.
I mean, I remember being in Alaska in the wintertime and we were out snowmobiling.
Wait, hold on. You thought
Yeah.
the whole lake freezes
No, man,
from
I'm
top
fucking
to
with you.
bottom?
Come on, bro. I'm joking.
I don't know about
But you
that.
went to Alaska?
Yeah, one time.
What'd you go out there for, Eskimo?
It was when I was married earlier in life, and my ex-wife, her brother-in-law and sister lived in their family lived in Alaska, Anchorage.
How is it out there?
It was beautiful, but it was I mean, for one, it was fucking cold. It's weird that it never got really light out. Like the lightest part of the day was like dusk.
Wow.
You know, so 10 o'clock in the morning, you wake up and you're like, oh shit, it's still night, and you just go back to sleep. It's awful.
No modified cars out there, huh?
We shot someone from Alaska that
We
came
sure
down.
did with that badass, wasn't it a GTO? Chevelle.
Chevelle.
It was,
Chevelle. It was like smoky Unix
It was smoky
style.
unit. It was
Yeah.
yes, like Talladega Nights vibe.
That
right?
was a sick car.
that was a very
That
cool
was a
car.
super cool car. But I remember a couple of things that stood out to me in Alaska was one, we're walking around in Anchorage, which it's the big city of Alaska.
One of the more mild cities up there, though.
Yeah, but it's not big, and there was moose just walking down the street.
Casually.
Big moose just cruising down the street. Now, my dumbass not knowing any better, I'm like, it's fucking Bullwinkle. It's Bullwinkle. I want to go over and pet the damn thing. Thank God for the brother-in-law back then. He was like, that thing will stomp you. Stay away from that. They'll just apparently you get anywhere near them.
You ever notice how
massive the antlers were? Gigantic.
No, it would fuck you up without even trying. It just moved its head,
they're
and that
so
antler
tall,
clipped
You
you.
didn't have to think about it. Huge. I mean, it's as big as a horse.
How come the plural version of moose isn't meese? Like goose goes to geese, tooth goes to teeth, but moose doesn't go to meese.
I don't know.
What about cactus? Goes to cacti. Octopus?
I think it's still a moose. I saw a bunch of moose. I saw one moose. Either way, you saw a moose.
Moose is meese. Yeah.
That's a funny one. That's a funny one.
You like that? You like that?
That's a good
I've
one.
been holding that for some years now.
Yeah, you've been thinking about it. I'm going to have my time. I'm going to throw this out.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, another one that I thought about it a couple times based on you. We need to get Stevie over here, man. We need to shoot with Stevie with one of the cars. And we need to get him on here. I know we need to do it in the evening so we can do some drinking with him because he's a fucking funny dude.
I think he said he could do Wednesdays and Thursdays.
He's a funny dude, man.
It's just going to keep tilting more and more by the end of the
It's going to get more and more off of his head.
It's like levitating at one point.
Yeah. I was talking to him about doing the, the OBS possibly this Sunday, but I don't think it's going to work out because the rest of the week we have stuff planned and he has stuff planned, so it'd have to be October.
So just so you guys know who we're talking about, we shot a while back with him. We've only shot twice, with Stevie. SS Motorsports, we shot his badass 96 Impala. That was fun. That was just fun as hell. Watching that guy, the way he drives, the whole lean back thing,
cool style,
throwing down.
I got to try to find that.
We owe a lot to Stevie, man, because
that's how we know Josh.
That's how we know Josh.
Crazy how that works, huh?
Dude,
we took Josh.
That's a cool one.
Him up,
you know what's funny too? I remember calling Stevie after we started working with you. I was like, "Hey man, just want to make sure it's cool. We're not like trying to get in your way or anything. I know Josh handles all of your social media and shooting and editing and what have you. So we'll work it out, man. We'll make sure we don't occupy too much of his time." Yeah, we fucking basically stole you from Stevie, didn't we?
We bought him. We bought Josh.
But this was so good, man.
Yeah, we got to get our drone
This
back.
was so much fun, dude.
That day was really memorable.
It was a really good shoot.
I tell him too, like compared to a lot of the shoots that we do, like his still sticks out.
Yep. That was a really fun day, man.
Go to the part where he's driving in the car. I just want to hear him.
He's already has his hand out the window.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Look at him.
So cash.
No seatbelt, nothing.
He's so funny,
The
man.
right arm at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, there's Chris right there.
Oh, cameo.
I remember that shoot almost didn't happen because it was raining prior to that, and then
Yeah.
it started drizzling a little bit.
Hell yeah. Tell me what you mean.
Tell me what
Here's the answer for you. Hell yeah, what you mean? Let's go. There you go.
Dude's funny, man. I like him. Yeah, I tell you, man, him and his shop, they build some really great stuff.
Good stuff,
like,
yeah.
No
And make
doubt.
insane tacos. Those are still some of the most memorable tacos
Those
I've
were
had.
killer.
You talk about those tacos every day.
Bro, they were so fucking good.
But not only this car, like seeing the Drift Grand National that he's building, man.
Oh, yeah,
That was cool at Fuel Fest.
Dude,
You saw
seeing that out at Fuel Fest, fucking impressive vehicle, man. Really impressive.
That one he's getting ready to start up pretty soon.
I'm dying to shoot that one with him, man. That'll be fun as hell. And that one he's building for himself, right? It's
That's
not a
his
client
car.
build. Yeah.
This motherfucker was swinging, bro.
I remember we were all scared right
Look
there.
at how close he came up on you guys,
the
man.
drone, too. I love it. He almost flies out the window when he fucking counter steers.
Look at his wrist. Look at his wrist. I don't know why his hand is.
And
like
you're
that.
right, Chris. We need a. I miss having a drone.
Those are some.
Almost out the window.
We'll see you at the next spot down at the light.
Hanging all the way out the window.
Hanging out the damn window? Come on.
He's so funny. That's such a great contrast right there, because like I'm as white as it gets and he's as black as it gets, and we're just having a fucking blast together, man.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so any of you guys wondering why Chris mentioned it, we need a drone. I mentioned it, we need a drone. You'd think it'd be just as easy as go buy a damn drone, but DJI has definitely ruled the market with the drone, and you can't get them. You can't get them. A refurbished. I was looking them up again recently. I was looking into, because I really miss having the drone shots, man.
Me too.
Refurbished DJI drone, like for not even a crazy one, but like a Mavic Pro.
The first two we had.
No, that's the Mini. I'm talking about the Mavic Pro. For a refurbished one, $4,500, $5,000.
Holy shit!
Brand new. Those were what? Couple $1,000s.
So they have the
1,500?
The new ones that are coming out, which I think is what you're seeing. It's the Mavic 3 Pro or 4 Pro, I think is what it is. And yeah, those are like $4,500, $5,000. The used version of like even just the Mini, the Mini 3 Pro or whatever.
Yeah.
Used, I think those are like $1,200 like or more, and you can't even find them.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't find them.
Yeah,
it's really bonkers.
Because we had two Minis, right?
2 or 3. I remember one got demoed in on the Midwest Road Tour.
But that one also got replaced, right?
That one got replaced, and then that one got killed too. And then one got left up in the air,
in the sky, and then everyone leaves. I wonder how long it stayed up.
One got clipped at Superformance by a semi.
But that one got repaired.
Okay.
Yeah, wait, how did that happen?
Paul was hovering it not so high up, and this semi truck made a turn and clipped the fucking drone
with its passenger rear
side
view mirror.
The side view mirror.
Wow,
side view. Yeah,
not semi truck, box truck, whatever the fuck it was.
It was a semi. It was
no, it was a full on. That was a big rig.
It's when
So
we were
funny, man.
shooting, I think the electric Cobra.
Yeah, which was a crazy one.
Pull up another one, dude, that'll be kind of funny to reference back to, because this is so way back when we used to oftentimes we'd shoot our interview, we'd go do our driving, then we would get the B-roll afterwards.
Yeah.
Pull up, let's see, AutotopiaLA Corvette, I guess, and we'll figure out which one it is. I'll show you. You'll have to scroll through.
And I put the Death Star. Put AutotopiaLA Corvette Death Star.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
The
I know what you're
supercar
talking
destroy.
Did we title it that way, though?
No, go put Timeless Customs after that Corvette.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That should pull it up.
No, Customs. Yeah, put Customs, brother.
Well, I mean,
Hopefully that helps, but it's with a K.
And then scroll back to the top. There you go.
There you go.
First
So
one.
that one. So this video, we've
6 minutes.
One today, man.
I got to say, a lot of these videos we've done really quite well in that we've only had 3 mishaps in our time of shooting.
Love that bet.
So this is almost the only
sick.
B-roll you
So
get. This is almost the only B-roll you get of this car, because Jason didn't have a lot of time that day. So he said, hey, let's do the interview. Let's go do the driving. Then we can get back to the shop and you guys can do your B-roll while I get back to work.
Hold on, I gotta hear this right here.
This is where Vicious was built. Going home today.
Back in the selfie mode.
I'm super stoked, man. Jason's gonna take me for a ride. Jason's the owner and the designer builder here at Timeless. He's taking me out for a rip in this car, man. This is a
What motor's in that?
LS9.
54 Corvette.
Wow.
Yeah, this was it was the first aftermarket car that got a ZR1 motor in it.
And it's a manual.
590 horsepower at the wheels, you guys.
Yeah, 590 at the wheels in this car, and the car weighed probably, 2,700 pounds.
Maybe less.
So Jason was letting it rip pretty good. We went up. What is it? Decker Canyon? Not Decker, but it's the backside of it. Potrero turns into Decker, doesn't it?
Eventually,
I'm pretty sure it turns into Decker.
Yeah, very in Westlake it does.
Yeah, and so we were up. We left it out. We left it out of the video, but we were up in the canyon, and he was getting after it pretty good. Came around one turn, and the car slid left on him.
I have the footage.
And then it really
one of these drives, yeah.
Well,
it's got to be.
It's got to be on one of those. Yeah, but
we
that car scooted left on a right hand turn. The ass end came out because it hit the rumble strips on the center divider, and then the car hooked up and it went like this straight up a hillside. And we parked up on a hillside like this. I remember I was looking down at Jason. Yeah, it's on this road, man. And luckily enough, we didn't roll the car, thank God. And we were able to drive the car back down to the shop. And then the owner's son, remember? The owner's son came and met us because they were supposed to be picking the car up that day.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was after all this servicing had been done. They were there he had come over to pick it up.
I'd be so pissed.
We had to explain what happened. The guy was actually super cool about it because the damage was actually fairly
He actually
minimal.
wanted us to show the accident footage in the video.
He wanted us to show it, and Jason was definitely adamant against that.
Can we ask Jason now if we can do it?
Maybe make a clip out of it.
Story.
Do a short.
Just do a short. A short or a reel? Guys, it'll boost up the algorithm.
Yeah, hardcore.
And
ew, that shift not
maybe
ugly,
we
though.
should also mention
that shift not ugly.
there was no chase car.
No,
we
this
weren't
was
filming
back.
you car to car.
No.
Oh, I only have,
before we
in-car
involved.
of it happening, I think.
That's all
Yes.
there
Yeah.
is in car.
I've seen it before. Paul showed me.
Yeah, it's all there is in car footage. It was pretty gnarly. That's for sure.
Oh, this car's sick.
Chris, what's the update? You just dropped it off, didn't you?
Yeah, I dropped it off. The engine's done. Got the dry sump last Friday.
Nice. Yeah, I remember you
Picked
telling
it
me the
up.
story about that guy.
Saved maybe 2.5, possibly 3 weeks, because I said it's 6 weeks to
Yeah.
waiting list to get to the
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
Sean's ZL1.
So then, did they say when the motor will be in the car?
Man, doesn't Clybourne look different?
Well, I'm doing the Guitar Center event, and that's
looked
on
more
the
beautiful back
14th,
then.
so I'll pick it up that Friday.
Okay.
And then after that, I drop the car back off on the following Monday, day after the event, for them to check out everything. Then I can start putting mileage on it, 500 miles.
So are
Then
you
a dyno.
trailering it to the Guitar Center event, or are you driving
I
it?
think I have to trailer it.
Yeah.
Wait, this is K2's event?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
talked with K2 yesterday, and I said, bro, I'll get there early in the morning, but I think I'm just going to park the trailer on Sunset Boulevard.
And K2 put this event together?
He's part of it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know exactly. I know it's him and some other people involved in it because him and I talked yesterday. So I got, he had hit me up originally and said, hey, can you, I know you have celebrity clients, musician clients. Is there any chance? There was a couple of specific cars he wanted. And I said, that one hot rod, I'm not even going to ask them. I don't know them.
No.
I don't have any personal relationship. But I said, Jack Black just might be down to do this. It's close to his house. It's only a few hours. It's not, it's not an all day like going to old guys or good guys.
Is it at night or during the day?
No, that's the other cool thing. It's
10
10
to 1.
a.m. to 1 p.m.
Oh.
So it's a super easy one to do. I hit Jack up. He's so fucking cool, I swear. I hit Jack up and was like, hey, any chance, blah, blah, blah. Explained what it was. And he always calls his Dart the Black Beauty.
The Black Beauty.
He's like, I think people need to see Black Beauty.
Yeah.
And so I said, cool, can I make a text intro with you and K2, our editor? And he said, absolutely, man. And sure as shit, man. He said yes. And so he's bringing the Black Beauty out for that
Nice.
event.
Jack Black reminds me of Jay Leno in the sense that people, they're just cool with him. He's a cool guy.
They are.
I don't think and he's a superstar. So is Leno, but I don't think people freak out.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not like Tom Cruise
or Brad Pitt
or something like that. I remember Jack even referenced that one day. He said, I don't have Brad Pitt kind of fame. He said, people just usually say hi.
I think it's because he makes it that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because he's casual about it. He doesn't give a fuck. And I love that, bro.
Like Adam Sandler, you know what I mean?
I've seen Adam Sandler at the beach.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you just know, like, oh, that's Adam.
Just, and I'm not going to I don't want no picture. I don't want to bother you. Just, that's cool, you know?
Yeah.
Totally. We should do a little cruise over there. Is he going to come here and pick it up?
I just don't know if he's planning on picking up the day before and then driving it over in the morning. I don't know. I need to organize that with him.
But
I just thought it was cool that he's willing to do that.
This is our opportunity to do a video, bro.
K2 said yesterday they wanted all the cars.
Let's drive over with Jack and GoPros in the car.
That'd be fun.
But then now we.
I'm not trying to read the camera.
Now
car.
we take away from it. Now we make it this whole thing, and now he's you can't do that.
Yeah,
I think maybe we talk to him.
A couple of cameras at the arrival
or
place.
at the thing.
No, we used our one favor. It's over. He's never going to talk to us again. Now.
Yeah, right. No, I can see with Jack, because I've mentioned before with him, and he's, I mean, you've been around him a good handful of times as well. He's such a nice person, I mean, I'll tell you this much, dude. It kind of tripped me out. When he came over to pick up his car one time, it was shortly after we had released the Mercury Comet crash video.
Yes.
And he didn't know what condition I was in because he had just seen the video. So for all he knew, the crash just happened or something. And it had been quite some time.
It was a year. Took a year.
Was it?
Took a year.
Yeah. And he was so sweet, though. I swear he got out of his car, came over, gave me a big hug. Oh, I'm so glad you're okay. I saw that video. He was so sweet about it. But I had asked him one time, hey, is there any time we could get you on the channel? Would you shoot your car with us? Black Beauty? Yeah, I would do that. So he says he'll do it. I think it's just a matter.
I think we just got to ask him.
Timing,
we were talking about this in the last episode. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just so respectful of someone like that. The client, owner relationship, as well as just his time and what have you. But he's a nice enough guy to at least be able to ask.
Yeah, he's a nice enough guy to ask, but I get it too, because
ask.
it's like he probably gets asked stuff every single day. Jack, can you?
can
Jack,
only
can you?
imagine.
Can you do this? Can you? Jack, will you? Jack, and it's all day long. I can imagine how that would just
Can only
drive me
imagine.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I asked him the one time and he said, yes, he would do it. So maybe it's just time to say, hey, Jack, can we get you on the channel finally? Let's shoot your Black Beauty and just have some fun with it,
Yeah.
Is he subscribed?
I don't know. I don't think so. Joe Rogan is.
Yeah.
On his channel, not the Joe Rogan experience. Like
Be cool
Joe
to
Rogan,
get him on a
his
podcast,
personal.
too.
Jack?
Yeah, shoot his car,
That'd be wild.
spend an hour with him
That'd be
at
funny
the
as
table.
hell. He's such a funny dude, I swear. He's
Every
so
time he comes here, we hang out with him. We take 30, 40 minutes just talking shit.
Yeah.
And
He never
he's
seems
always
to be
just
in a
cool to
rush
hang
to
out with.
split.
no.
No, not at all.
I mean,
But
who
that's going to
knows,
be a cool event. I got hit up yesterday. K2 said they had a handful of modern cars that were supposed to show up, and then the main person that's organizing the event said, I don't want any modern stuff. And apparently he's a hardcore Porsche guy. So K2 asked if I could help get any classic Porsche. I'm like, how many do you want? I mean, that's not hard to do. Well, I'm going to take the gray 356 over there.
That's old reliable right there. The blue one, you don't know.
Love
what's
that
gonna
car.
happen.
Well, the blue one's pretty sorted through. I'm just waiting for the heat to die down so I can take it and get the ignition switch replaced.
Hopefully that
Because
fixes
it's got
it.
like a
But
cheap
that car dies
Chinese.
sometimes. It randomly just turns off.
That was prior to it getting all the work done recently. All the work that's been done on it, it shouldn't do that again.
So it could drive
but it would
West
start back
Hollywood
up
then.
eventually, but it would be click, click, click.
Yeah, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like you put it in the shade. 5 minutes would go by, and then it would start up.
Yeah.
And then you hope you make
Hopefully
it back
all
down
of
the
that
road.
has been sorted out. That's why when I get the ignition switch replaced, we'll drive the car for a handful of days before returning it back to the owner, because I don't want him to have that happen.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Hey, so does that mean that Kyle and I can't bring his M4 and my Mustang to K2's?
You can bring it. You just have to park it out on the street.
Hold on. So where's the event happening? Is it in the back of Guitar Center?
Yeah,
'Cause the
in
front of
that
Guitar
back
Center,
parking lot.
There's no parking there, so there's a parking lot in the back. Where's it
Yeah,
happen?
yes.
Okay.
yeah.
So you make
And
food
it's not
shit,
a
or-
massive parking lot, so it can't be a huge show.
And then are they selling tickets to it, or is it just come hang out?
I think
that
it's
I
to
don't
come
know.
hang out. I think it's
Well, we had to
for
RSVP.
Guitar Center to, get you on a mailing list if you
It's a
want.
cars and guitars thing, So I don't know.
Sean, you should be doing this event, bro. This is all you right here.
I'm
Cars
so
and
into it.
I
It's
feel like
gonna
we
be
should
fun.
throw our own event.
Yeah, we need to do that, Sean. Griffin was actually talking to me about this, like a public meetup.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Because people would show up and come meet you, hang out.
I agree.
You announce
We
it
could do
like a
cool
month in advance. Hey, Autotopia and Guitar Center, for example, right? And then at this location, at this time, and then it's kind of like how I did Stevie's thing. Like it's just one big thing, and everyone is going to show up to it, and you just promote it throughout the month.
And everybody would
it'd
come
be-
for you, bro.
You know,
That would be cool.
You know, it'd be bitching to do, in my opinion, is do it at. If Chris would be down for it, do it at Ruffian and do a Ruffian Autotopia LA
Dude,
event.
and their
Maybe a
spot is
block
sick.
party.
Maybe a block party.
Where his street
Their
is shut off.
spot's so set up for it. You know what I
and
mean?
then you have the
That
Foxbody just outside.
even if it's still in process,
Yeah,
just
just
have
still
it
in
on
process,
display.
ready. Exactly.
It's like it's like an open house, basically. Come hang out with Ruffian and Autotopia.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
have
I
to
don't
get
know about
rid of the other guy, the engine tuner guy. So, because the other half of his parking lot, that's all his crap.
Yeah, and that's on its way.
Or he could join the party too. Fuck it.
Well, I know, but if you want to have his full parking lot available without a bunch of clutter, all
Yeah.
that clutter on the left is the
That's all
DS
the dyno guy. Yeah.
D-Sport.
Yep.
We could
But-
sell merch out there. We could bring all our merch out there, right?
Ruffian. They'll have their
We'll do
little
Ruffian and Autotopia.
gift
Well,
Well,
shop.
you do a raffle out there. You could do like we could do like a little giveaway, like a $500 giveaway.
We should have you on a mic, talking to everybody.
Sure,
Like a
man.
megaphone,
How about a wireless?
welcome to the Autotopia Ruffian party.
Yeah.
But or imagine like a cruising PCH Autotopia like version. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and you just promote it that way. Even though all these cars, everyone's already going there anyway. Like from who we shoot with.
Yeah.
So, But just to make it
I'm with you,
Joseph
dude.
just did one.
The only reason we've never done it here, to tell you the truth, is we just don't have the capacity for it in the complex here.
Yeah.
Even on a weekend, you know what I mean? You 75, 80 cars, this place would be jam
Well, maybe
packed.
just keep it that way.
Well, maybe you do.
And then street parking, maybe.
Well, maybe
That's a lot.
you invite a couple of friends with cars, right? And then everybody else who comes, they just park on the street. So it's like open to everybody to come, but you have a couple cars in the show. Joseph just did one. It was called like Cavallino Drive, and he had numbers made for everyone. And it was a bunch of Ferraris and supercars.
And they all went and did the drive.
And then they went and drove to some like bitchin' place that he rented out.
Yeah.
It was like a nice house or something like that. And
Yeah, and
everybody
he had
lunch.
police escort, I saw.
escort. Everybody
Yeah.
had lunch at this
Yeah.
beautiful place with a view, and then they drove back. Like, that's
Yeah.
cool, you know?
I'm down for doing something like that.
How do
man.
you get a police escort? Just make a request, pay their fees?
Joseph probably know a guy.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that's
Is this Ferrari done?
there's a fee
Yeah.
associated.
I was
with
going to
that,
have
I'm
him do
quite
the
sure.
podcast with us today. I was going to ask him if he wanted to do it.
It'd be
Joseph.
fun. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, we got to do his F12 too.
That'd be
because-
a blast.
Like, I know it's not the craziest car in the sense of like our channel, but the way he drives is like viral, bro.
Yeah,
All he's missing
a
is an
beast.
AK-47 out the window.
Oh God, he is a beast of a driver for sure.
And he's so like long and tall. His arms, when you see him in a car, he's just like dangling his arms. He's just like morphing.
Does he paddle shift like you do?
That was Joseph.
God, that was on cue.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
That was good.
Release Joe.
Man. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's we got to be at probably an hour, right?
Yeah, I
Hour
think so.
10.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
I want to.
That was a good one, guys.
I just looked
It's
up
all
at the
good.
time and I realized I got business stuff to handle here at the shop. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. And definitely, you guys, please comment. Let us know. Do you like it just us? Do you like it with guests? Do you like a mix of the two? Is there anything specific you want to hear about, talk about? Man, we're in the learning curve, so we want to know what the hell you think.
All right.
Awesome. Sounds good.
All right,
Goodbye.
guys.
Good one. Peace out.
Bye-bye.